Today's product can be purchased at One Digitals. Go to onedigitals.co.uk or check them out on Facebook at One Digitals. Hi everyone, welcome back to HowTechs. Today we have the DJI Spark. This is their small selfie drone, and let's take a look. Pretty basic, obviously controlled by an app. We get some warnings, and it's Alpine White, this particular one. And so there's not really much as far as marketing on here. Let's pop it open. We've actually already opened this one and slide it out. We've got a box in here too. So in addition to the drone inside here, we have some accessories. Let's look at these first. We've got some documentation, obviously warranties and stuff. In this case, ours are all in Chinese, so depends on where you get it, I guess. But for this one, there's no English documentation. We have a charge cable. This is a micro USB to regular USB in white. And then here on the opposite end of the box, we have the actual adapter for the USB, and here we go. In this case, it has a China/US type plug and USB out. And the key thing with this one is this is 100 volts to 240 volts, so it works in any country, 50 or 60 hertz. But the key thing is that it outputs at 5 volts, 9 volts, or 12 volts. So basically, this can do fast charging. So you can get USB power anywhere, but if you use this one, it'll actually charge your batteries faster, which for this particular guy is important because the batteries drain really fast. So it's got this kind of band around it. Let's just move that out of the way. And the Spark comes with this nice kind of travel packing case. It's actually, I guess it's just styrofoam. It's really lightweight, but it's very solid and it's reusable. So it's not just, you throw it away after you unbox it. And here we are. And we have some slots for accessories. In this case, we have extra, we have some extra propellers in there. There's 2 stuffed in here. And we also have the drone itself. And there's space for extra batteries in here as well, so you can actually pack the battery that's on the drone as well as 2 spares in here, which is pretty cool because as I said, these go fast. And here we have it. Okay, so it's obviously a quadcopter, and we have these nice folding propellers, which saves a lot of trouble. We recently reviewed one of the big competitors for this, which is the JME drone by Fema, and that one is a pain because you've got to screw on the propellers every time you take it out of the box. So this guy is much smaller, much lighter, but then again the battery doesn't last as long. And we have our gimbal camera here. We have our sensors. These will be proximity sensors. On the bottom we have altitude sensors, downward facing sensors. These guys should just be push and turn to lock and unlock, so pretty easy to exchange if you need to, if you need to use any of the spares that you brought, and likewise just push and twist and it locks in place here too on the way down. For the battery, it's pretty simple. There's these 2 sliders here. You just grab one on each side and then slide and the battery comes off. And here on the bottom of the battery you have your Wi-Fi SSID. So basically that's the name of the Wi-Fi network that this thing creates when it's on, as well as the password. And I did notice that it's also here on the box. So hopefully they match, and hopefully that's the thing. So basically what that means is you don't have to take the battery off, power the thing off, and take the battery off if you forgot which network it is and what the password is. This thing just slides back in. It's a little bit hard to push in. There are some contacts here on the bottom for I guess a charging cradle for just batteries, but you can also charge through the USB. And here on the back there's a little door which hides the So there's a little door here that pops open with your fingernail that hides both the USB, micro USB charging port, as well as a slot for a micro SD card. So that just goes right in there, and when you're not using it, you can cover it up here. So here's our smart battery indicator. So this one is almost full, and it turns off for a second. And if you want to power this thing up, you just press it once and then press and hold. So even though this button is actually on the battery, it is used to control the whole thing. And here we go. And so that's basically it for turning it on. Let's get our phone and test it out. Okay, so we've got our Wi-Fi open on our phone, and we can see the Spark 464D1D0. Okay, and we connect right away. So it says no internet connection because we're not actually connected to the internet, we're just connected to this guy by Wi-Fi. Let's go to our DJI app, and it's our first time opening it, so we should go through all this stuff. Allow, and they ask you to input a phone number so that they can prove who you are. I guess that's basically because of the way that the Chinese government requires Chinese companies to operate nowadays. And they ask you to make a profile for yourself. Okay, so of course it tells you that there's new firmware. We'll skip that for now, but of course you should definitely do it. And it knows that we have a Spark because we're connected by Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's see what happens to start flight. Now notice that this guy is blinking yellow in the back. So because this is the first time using it, it's definitely going to want us to calibrate. But let's see. So we have, also tells us we have no SD card in here, which is true. And actually this is really impressive. It tells the battery charge, the temperature of the battery, etc. So let's see. Okay, so here we have some basic indicators on the screen. This shows the battery charge. These are our warning points. This tells you if you're connected to GPS, Wi-Fi strength, etc. And then here we can actually adjust the gimbal. So let's look upwards a little bit. So that's as far as it goes. There's some different modes here for takeoff, landing. This is for remote, and this is for the different controller settings. We have the two dots here, which should be able to, in flight mode, should be able to move things around. You can also do, I think, this one, which is gimbal pitch tracking. So you can actually control the pitch of the gimbal just by moving the phone. So let's try this one. Move the phone. You guys can see. As I tilt the phone up and down, this guy moves. It doesn't do left and right though, it just does pitch. So you can also record video, and this is actually video coming into the phone, and it uses the microphone here on the phone to record, so you can use this for sort of commentary as you're going. Okay, so there's one other cool mode here, which is press and hold to control field of view. So in this case, I can actually pan the screen around while I'm also separately controlling it. Okay, so that's it for the unboxing of the DJI Spark. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you would like to see more about this product, please check out our other how-to videos for this product and other drones and personal electronics here on HowTechs. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye. It's reusable, so it's not just, you throw it away after you unbox it. And here we are, and we have some slots for accessories.